everyone. Welcome back to Beauty and Bubbles. We're excited to have our guest on tonight, Kelly Stonger, as well as Ashley Collins, our lash queen, back to help us. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's so much fun to be here.
So we really wanted to talk about kind of Mother's Day gift giving. Kelly, tell us a little bit about you and your amazing jewelry line.
Sure. So as Lindsay said, I'm Kelly Stonger, and I have a fine jewelry company based here in Denver. I work primarily in my branded collections in 18 karat and diamonds, but I also do custom work through myself and a jeweler here called Metal Mark Fine Jewelry.
Awesome. These pieces that we have are so incredible.
I know. Tell us about, this is one of your logos, right? Or
Exactly.
your logo.
Exactly.
So can
yeah.
you tell us what that means exactly?
I can.
Or
I totally
how important
can.
that is to
Yeah,
you?
I totally can. So these, I guess a lot of people call these the like spear kind of necklaces, but they're really called the core. And that was the very first piece. These two necklaces were the first pieces that I actually designed. And the inspiration behind them is they're representative of a person. So on one side you'll see it's rounded, and the other it's pointed. And also one side is just a solid 18 karat gold, so it kind of represents your hard exterior. And then this one is halved. This is the full core here, and it exposes the diamonds, which is representative of your true core, or what you really believe in. So a lot of times people will either get them for themselves and it represents a milestone, or it can be kind of like a grown-up friendship necklace. So if you put your two halves together, it'll form this full core.
Are you going to get them for us? So
There can be our BFF necklaces.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And then this here is the logo. So I started the company with my husband, so my last name's Stonger, 2 S's put together. And we started the company when we were living abroad. And it was kind of a fluctuation point for me where I didn't know anyone, I didn't know the language, I didn't know anything. And so it was kind of a time when I had to reflect and think, what's my true north? What's the purpose of my life? So it also kind of represents a compass. So I focus a lot on community with the business, and we can get into that later, but the compass really serves as a purpose or a reminder of things that are greater than yourself. So those are the 2 collections. As of now, I'm working on the second and the third, which I hope to launch in the next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Such an amazing meaning behind the jewelry.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Tell us, so I got a little sneak preview earlier about kind of your background and how you got into designing jewelry, because it's interesting.
Yes, yes. So I know I'm kind of need to think of where a good place to start is, but as we talked about earlier, right out of college I worked for a telecom, which was not up my alley at all, but by some stroke of luck I was able to work for the CEO, who was really plugged into the entrepreneurship community in Boulder and now in Denver. And one thing led to another. I transferred to Daniels, which is DU's business school, and started a corporate partnership program. So it helped with building relationships in the community, which I firmly believe in, networking and getting to know and helping out your community. So at one of the events that one of the MBAs invited me to was the Women's Jewelry Association. And from there I met my first boss, or my first mentor in jewelry. Her name's Samantha Larkins, and I left Daniels and then started working with Samantha and helped manage her wholesale business. So that was kind of my first leap into jewelry. Then I moved abroad for a couple of years, and while I was there I went to design school and then launched the brand this past November.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Growing up and as like a child and into your teenage years, did you always love jewelry as an accessory, or
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy you asked
Has it
that.
always been like on the back?
I think so, because if you'd see me day to day, I always wear a white or black V-neck t-shirt, literally, and tennis shoes likely. And so kind of to express myself, I really like accessories. Even I was telling Lindsay that we just are getting into a house, and like I really have no preference on like the flooring or whatever. Like I'm more of a frosting kind of person, you know?
She wants to add the bling
Exactly. Exactly. So I always really loved jewelry, and I'm a really sentimental person, and I love the meaning of the fine materials that you can have for generations. So it all kind of added up and made sense. It met my creative side. Also, I like business. I like ideas. I like seeing things grow. So it really came together in a really nice way. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
So what do you see? We have Mother's Day coming up. We were talking about generations, and you can kind of pass down, especially when you have finer pieces like these that last for generations. What do you think is like a great piece for either a husband to get for their wife or children to get for their mothers, like something more sentimental?
I think that there are so many awesome options, which kind of leads me to this concierge service or styling service where when you're dealing with something that you want to have for years and years, you want to think about what colors does she like, what kind of fit does she like, when will she wear it. So a necklace is a nice gift because obviously the sizing isn't as crucial as, say, a cuff or a ring. You can also add different chains. Like, for instance, this is a longer chain that I've wrapped around twice. Yours is an 18-inch chain, which is nice because it goes with most necklines. I always think a nice pair of studs, hence what I'm wearing. You can wear them every day. I'm a huge advocate for everyday jewelry, especially for moms, and how wearable it is. So looking at what she likes to wear, what she's doing day to day, plays a huge role in that.
So you mentioned a concierge service.
Yes.
Tell us what that's about.
Yes. So I started a private buying business when I was abroad, connecting designers with private clients, and a lot of times it was for special occasions. And so I've been doing it informally for a couple of years, and both personally in my personal life and with my clients, I saw kind of the turmoil that went into special occasion buying. I mean, it's stressful, right?
It's stressful.
I think both parties, especially when you're talking about a couple, both parties want to make it special. So let's say it's your 5-year wedding anniversary. It takes a lot of time to figure out what does she want, what does he want, what do they want, and you also want to feel as well where it's not just, oh, she told me I want this, I went out and bought it, and then I wrapped it and she opened it and she knew exactly what it was. So the concierge service works in multiple ways, but if I'm working with a couple, say it's Mother's Day, I can meet with the gift receiver and we try on different pieces. We see what length of chain looks good with what outfits you have. I'll meet you at your house and we can kind of be in a more informal environment where it's comfortable, and then we have a running list. And also if I go to shows or I see other designs that they like, I can keep a list and let you know. And then I keep in touch with the gift giver and help remind on those dates so that it's not like this frantic scramble at the end. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever gotten a gift that you didn't love.
I feel like that would happen often for you.
Do you do men's pieces too?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. Yeah. So not as many.
Okay.
So I primarily do my branded pieces, and then I also do. I don't know if you can see these, but I do these in thicker versions and for men, and then cufflinks
Oh,
and things like that too.
Oh, good.
So not as many, but I do them.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Cufflinks are always a good
Staple.
staple.
Well,
for men.
cufflinks, I love cufflinks for women. It's harder to find French
that's
cuff
true.
shirts for women, but it's really, I've done a couple of custom diamond cufflinks for some boss babes, I guess you could say,
Love
and
it.
they're fantastic. I also can, I'm working on
have
button
those?
covers,
I need 'em.
right?
They work for me.
Yes, poor.
Yeah. So, yeah, I do both, and I do a lot of custom. So if you have something that you'd like to dream up, then we can kind of make it happen that way.
Oh, that's really cool.
And another thing for custom too, so say you maybe have like a really fun piece that's maybe been passed down and you want to repurpose for like your daughter that just had a little one or something like that.
Exactly.
There's ways that you can
There's
kind
totally
of
ways.
redesign and customize that for them as well.
Exactly. So I'm working on a piece now where we combined 3 rings that was passed down from a client's grandfather. So it was actually a men's ring, and then we incorporated 2 of her grandmother's rings as well. So the diamonds from that into one really fantastic ring a right hand ring, and then also a necklace that matches. So say you have a piece that is really sentimental to you, but it doesn't fit, or it's just not to your design taste, then we can take the stones. Sometimes we don't use the gold, sometimes we do, but it's really personalized, and you can really make something that you'll love, which is super fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
So for Mother's Day coming up soon,
Yes.
it's probably getting
So
a little tight to do something custom.
Exactly, yeah, it is. So a custom piece usually takes, I do allow at least a month for that, for production and design, but we have lots of pieces like what you're wearing that you can come into Metal Mark and purchase, and then you can also purchase through my website. So not all hope is lost if you've forgotten now.
Where is the place that you can walk in and
Yes, so
shop? Where's that located?
Metal Mark. I'm trying
Metal
to
Mark,
yes,
okay.
I'm trying to enunciate that better.
Yeah. Metamark? I don't.
It's at 1600 Boulder, so it's in Lowhigh, right
Okay.
across from Lola and
perfect. Great
Linger.
location.
It's great. It's fantastic. So it's owned by the woman I spoke about earlier, Samantha Larkins and Mary Leppert. They started it 2 years ago in May, and we carry all independent designers in the shop, and it's really, really fun. It's a casual environment with really unique and cool pieces. So I'm fortunate that they bought the collection when I first launched. Really
amazing.
thankful for that. Yeah.
So let's say for our out-of-towners that are maybe watching, like how do you find a really nice piece of jewelry? Like are there, like you hear the 3 C's and diamonds, or like how
Right.
do you know that something is like really great quality and can...
So that's a good question, and I think it's hard to find what you're looking for. There's so many great pieces, but a matter of connecting the two is hard, right?
Yeah.
I would definitely go into a shop and develop a relationship with a designer or a retailer, because you want to trust those people, and do your research before, because you don't want to kind of be blindsided as to what product you get. I don't want to paint a bad picture of it, but it's definitely an investment, and you want to know what you're doing, where having someone that you trust and can educate you with purchasing, especially of diamonds, is really important.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because I think I would go like blind. I'd be like, it's pretty and it's sparkly and I want it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. I want
two.
it.
It's
Yes,
great.
Totally.
So
No, I think going in and trying it on and educating, and then first seeing what looks good on you and how you feel in it, and keeping in mind when you're going to wear it. Are you playing tennis? Are you, I don't know what you're doing, but like, is this feasible for your lifestyle? And giving it a good go before. And if you don't see something in the store, have some other ideas in it. It's really fun to create a custom piece that's just for you.
are there more like metals or anything that's like more durable? So if you are somebody that's really active and you want to wear your necklace all the time in the shower, in the ocean, while playing tennis, whatever it is, you never want to take it off.
Yeah, I mean,
Are there things that you should look for and not piece, or anything fine would
I
be
think
okay?
so. I wear, for instance, I work in all 18 karat gold. Any metal, someone asked me that the other day, and it gets banged up. That's just kind of what happens, but it also gives character to it, right? And so it is metal, it's durable. You can't wear it for everything, so you shouldn't be lifting weights with your, diamond engagement ring. It's not the end of the day, but it is durable, but they're not indestructible, right? So you need to take care of it. You need to be in touch with your jeweler and make sure, because everything's unique to you and the design, and they'll be able to help you.
I think it's the type of person too. I can't sleep in any jewelry. I can't shower with it. Like,
I'm I'm like half and half. Like, I can't do necklaces really, but like for this stuff, I don't ever take it off, which I kind of like, because then I don't have to put it on in the morning, take it off. But it's totally a preference, right? What kind of jewelry do you guys like to wear?
I'm a necklace and an earrings girl for sure. I don't ever wear anything on the hands or the fingers because of a necklace.
Well, a good statement necklace and
for
earrings
sure.
are fantastic.
Also, I like just little simple as well.
I think these are so great to like
yeah.
wear on your everyday like
More
you
like
said,
layering,
it's like a
kind
little
of.
bit of bling, it's a little bit
Yeah.
of layering. You could wear it on its own and it still gives you like a little splash of something, but you
Right.
don't have
Yeah.
to
Yeah. No, I think
think
it's.
about.
I think it's fun to kind of think of how you're going to wear it. So for these, since it's cut in half, if you don't want the bling, which I don't know who doesn't want it, but you can turn it around and it'll just have the metal.
Oh yeah.
So if you wanted, when I was traveling a lot, then and I didn't want to bring a lot of pieces, then I would just kind of switch it interchangeably. Yeah. So then it would be blingy one day and not the next. So it's a really fun process of designing and seeing what works for what.
And you said yours is wrapped around. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
so this is one long chain.
Oh, I love.
And then it wraps
It looks
okay.
so
It
pretty.
looks so cool. Like,
Isn't
I
it cool?
want to know how you.
So
wrap it
this
around.
chain actually is from Metal Mark, and then I've put my core on it. So they have these are diamonds set in here, so you can
beautiful.
also wear it all the way down, which is really fun.
Either
So
way.
your pieces aren't like these cores can come off and
They
change
can.
into a different necklace.
They-
So
they totally
I
can.
think sometimes when you get a fine jewelry piece, they're kind of like
Yeah.
locked on and
Right.
it's really hard to get off of the chain and you're kind of worried about that.
Right. No, you can definitely take them off and change the chain. So I also do a scarf, I like to call it, which is like this, and you can wrap it around a couple of times. This charm here is part of the community outreach
cute.
charm. And so silk cords, but I wear mine kind of interlaced onto some other chains. So you can do a lot of fun things. And I like that you can do different
Yeah. I
looks.
feel like I could wear this every day and be happy.
Well, and I think
I
like
need it
being
in gold
able,
and silver.
right? And I love like pieces that you can stack.
Yeah.
So if you do find something that's like more statement, like big, huge,
Yeah.
you can have like a little piece
Exactly.
of bling.
So it's
in
not
with
too
it.
overwhelming to wear one piece and then you have some
beautiful.
really big earrings or something, or even if you don't want to take it off, you can kind of layer it underneath your clothes, right?
Yeah.
So.
So
and how do
you
like it?
mentioned the community piece that Ashley has on. Tell us a
Yes.
little bit. You just launched a new
I did.
community
Yes,
initiative.
yes.
Which
So,
is so great.
I love it. I really want to support the communities that we're in. So we're starting here in Denver because Metal Mark is our flagship here and the home base for Kelly Stonger Fine Jewelry. So I really believe in giving back to the community and to the whole mission of the brand, which is really identifying what your greater purpose is in life and having these pieces that aren't indestructible, but I mean, close, right?
Yes.
You can wear them all the time. So for instance, this one, I don't ever take it off. It's these cords, you can get them wet and you change it. It's meant to be changed out. So you purchase the cord and that reflects whatever organization that we're supporting. So we do it quarterly, kind of based on demand, and we talk to clients and customers in the community of what they'd like to support. So this quarter's organization is Newborns in Need, which is a Denver Health Foundation program. And 10% of the charms go back directly to the organization, as well as we do outreach through social media, and we also do drives. So this quarter we're collecting newborn essentials for families delivering at Denver Health, like diapers, wipes, new items that are needed for a new baby. It's been really fun. And then next quarter, when we announce our next organization, we'll change the cord to anybody who's purchased, and that'll be reflective of that organization. So say it's, I don't know, fitness, children, that kind of as a way to show your support. And a lot of organizations don't necessarily, I mean, they'd love to have financial support, but they also just need people talking about it and knowing what's going on. So that's the goal of the community charms.
It's so great. So are you guys accepting like the diapers and the items actually as well as
We are.
donating from
We
the
are,
charms?
right. So it was just launched in November, so we're kind of seeing how it goes, as we talked about earlier, is we're kind of launching it into the market and seeing how it's interpreted. And so we're doing a drive now at a couple of different drop-off locations. So we partner with different local businesses who feel strongly about supporting the cause. And it's just, a box. You've seen drives before, and we collect the diapers and toys and things like that, and then we will go to the hospital, bag up the donations, and then give them to the families.
It's incredible.
Super sweet.
I love that.
It's really nice. It's fun, and it's a great way, just even for our customers to just be aware of kind of what's going on in the community. So as the brand grows to different markets, we'll also support it in different retailers who would like to, and they can take on the initiative of what is needed, because a lot of the national programs, they have, they have the voice, they have the funding, so we'd really like to give a microphone to those organizations that don't necessarily have it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And how long does the drive go for?
So
for
we're
this
collecting through June. It was going to be just through Mother's Day, and Denver Health does a giant Mother's Day, I guess a Mother's Day shower leading up till the 14th. So they have that initiative happening, and then we'll continue collecting for anybody who may have forgotten or what have you through the end of May.
It's amazing.
Yes.
I love like the give back of the jewelry.
Yeah, and especially,
Yeah,
those
it's
in
really
need
fun.
and
It's
for the
nice.
babies.
Yeah, it's really nice. And so we, I haven't, people just email me, customers and clients email like, this is a great organization, or this is something that's happening and I've noticed a need for it. So there is more just kind of a dialogue between everyone in the community, and I'd like to create that within the brand and be able to help when we can.
It's amazing. So tell us, do you guys have any other special like offers going on through Mother's Day if you
We
still need your
do.
Mother's Day gifts out there?
We do. So Meadowmark is doing 20% off all purchases for the month of May. So like I said, they started 2 years ago. It's blossomed into such a fantastic store. I really encourage you to stop in there. So they're doing 20% off. And they have all price ranges of jewelry, and I'm a huge advocate for, I like jewelry, I want everyone to find something that suits their needs and to find something that really fits, to celebrate that occasion. So they have, I think 10 local designers, Colorado-based designers, but anything from, we have some silver, a lot of it is fine jewelry, but it's fun to go and take a peek through. So definitely stop by anytime in May, even if you're a late Mother's Day shopper.
Maybe your mom's out of town.
Yeah. Stop by, yes, stop by.
I'm a strong advocate of like mailing after the holiday, because then you're like that surprise gift when you
Yes.
think
You're
the
like,
gift
"Mom, I
has
didn't
stopped.
even
I
know.
didn't get you anything.
Yeah, they're
Just
like,
kidding.
oh, it's okay.
And it's
And then you like send something really great in the mail, and they
They're like,
remember you last.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You're like,
especially when you have a lot of siblings.
that's right.
You have the gold star for the whole
Exactly.
year.
Being one of 5, I'm like, you send last and late,
Right.
so that way you get all
You're
of the
one of
credit.
5. Oh my gosh.
I was like, I realized as we were talking earlier, I was like, I only mentioned like 3 siblings. I was like,
There's 5.
there's 5.
That's right. Well, that's a lot
there's
to think
4
about.
total.
Yeah,
5.
4 others besides me. It gets
We know
really
your family.
confusing. Yeah. So I'm like, I always like to send a little late. So don't be afraid of like taking advantage and like sending it a
Totally.
little later.
No, it's
because
so
I
smart.
think you get like that little surprise factor.
It is. It's really fun to give gifts on actual occasions, but everybody likes a gift anytime, right?
Your mom on heart attack. Be like, sorry, didn't get you anything.
Sorry, not this year.
And devastate your mother. And
My
then
mother's
she's
like,
"I can't
it's on
believe
its
you're my
way."
favorite child. I can't believe you didn't get me anything. That's what my mom said.
No, I always like to
You're my
allude to the
favorite
fact
one.
something's coming. I'm like, something's coming, something's coming.
Lost in the mail.
Yeah. Darn you.
Sorry, I
Darn it.
didn't ship it. It's really super special, and it hasn't come in yet. And then
It's
you
because
like,
it's like a high priority. It's like in a special.
it's in a special
safe,
warehouse.
It takes longer when it's
Police have to deliver it.
It's true. You can't work it up too much.
That's so funny.
But your jewelry you can also get online. So
You
anybody that loves like any of the pieces that we're wearing, and maybe you're not here in Denver and can
Yes.
make it to low high before Mother's Day, these are all available.
They're all online through my website, which is kellystonger.com, and I update it when I have new designs come in and new pieces. And if you follow me on Instagram, it's a little bit quicker of getting the designs up to date. But I'm going to Couture, the big show in Vegas at the beginning of June, and so
I tried to get us an invite.
Yeah, so
I
if
was
you're
like,
free,
is that a diamond trip? I'd love to go.
exactly.
I'm free.
Yeah, we're free. So that's a win. So come along.
Yeah, okay.
But I'll be with Meadowmark, and we'll check out all the new designs, and it's really fun. So I update clients on what's new, the trends, and things like that. So follow Instagram, and I try and keep.
So amazing.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having
I know.
me.
I love your
Yes.
little bracelet.
Thank you.
I need that. I need the second hole earrings.
I know. I should
really
have brought
like
more
those.
earrings.
I know. I'm like,
I love it.
but
I love the logo.
Thank
It's
you.
my
I'm so
favorite.
glad. I'm so
It
glad.
is. It's like it's what I want.
Yeah.
It's the logo piece.
It's a nice everyday.
super
Like
cute,
this
and
one
the
is easy to
meaning.
wear all the time.
I love
and
it.
You don't have to take it off. This one can be a little bit sharp,
Right.
but I wanted it to be sharp. It was funny when I was making it. They were like, "Do you want it to be
It's real
this
pokey.
sharp?"
It's
I was
like,
like,
yes.
it's a defense.
it's actually just a
mechanism.
Yes, exactly.
as well. You can poke somebody.
Multifunctional.
Well, it needs to be a little lower. Yeah.
We need a longer chain.
Oh, I'm so glad that you guys like
No,
that.
they're so beautiful and
So
so
beautiful.
simple and easy to like layer and
Yeah. I love the simple.
Well,
And
thank
it's
you.
nice to have just like a little bling. Like even if you don't feel like getting up and getting dressed, like
I love
putting
it.
a little bling
With
on
the t-shirt.
always makes you like much
It
better.
totally makes you feel so much better. And it's funny you say a t-shirt because I literally wear
I love it.
the same t-shirt and
T-shirt and jeans
and it's so comfortable,
diamond.
right?
Diamond
Yeah, I
bling.
mean, what else can you ask for? So it's really fun.
I love it.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Yes.
So somebody is wondering, Danielle, how do you find the best custom jeweler for your needs? What are things to look for? What are signs of bad custom jewelers?
Okay, so I do custom jewelry.
It's a lot of questions.
You, Kelly.
I don't know if you're based here in Denver, but like I said, going in and chatting with the people at the store, the designers at the store, and really forming that relationship with the designer is the first step. If you have ideas and kind of a vibe that you're going for, definitely chat with them, because not everyone, if you're a designer, not everyone is going to be the match, which you don't really want them to be the match, right? But going in, having a good idea of what you're looking for, resource to talk to before you make the decision, I think is the wisest choice. I can't really speak to what are signs for a bad custom jeweler, but I think definitely educating yourself, knowing kind of what you want, and feeling them out a little bit if they have what you're looking for and can accommodate you.
Is it a good thing to like, are there any associations that like you look for, like when you look for doctors or like training on anybody, like
Diamond Association.
like are
Yeah,
there
so-
like associations or something that like
So
they have
when
more
you're-
training?
Yeah,
I
when you're
don't know.
talking about diamonds, so GIA is kind of the trusted diamond grading lab, and you'll get certificates based on the stones that you're purchasing. And if you're going to a jeweler that's very knowledgeable, they can educate you on what you're buying. They can show you the differences, and it really varies on what you're looking for in that purchase. And I am definitely not a diamond expert, but looking for a person that has been certified in diamond grading and really knows what they're speaking about, whether they're a gemologist or not, is a huge asset. And a lot of jewelers, even if they aren't a diamond expert, they can bring someone in who can help walk you through that.
How do you get that job, being a diamond expert?
Are you interested? 'Cause I think I could connect you.
Sounds amazing.
You're Lashley,
like
you
a
can't
little-
be diamond.
So I actually was certified to be a diamond grader, and it's very difficult to do.
You're certified?
I am, yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so it's you are certified through GIA or whatever
Wow.
lab that you choose.
That's super cool.
And there are hundreds of criteria that go through. Each stone is graded so that there is a baseline, so that there is some integrity with purchasing stones. So not all stones have a certificate, and not everyone is interested in a certificate, so it's really a choice for the consumer. But GIA, I would say I'm an advocate for GIA diamonds.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Is it good to like, if you're trying to like maybe repurpose like a piece of jewelry, like Pinterest and get lots of photos
It's
of
great.
what your goals are? I just think of like a hair consultation. I'm like,
Yeah.
everybody has different ideas of what ash is or what
Totally.
gold is,
I
and
think
so it's
it's
hard to explain sometimes and make sure
100%.
you're on the same page.
And I think it's really good to have the ideas up front, right? So when you go in and someone says, I want this color, it looks different on you as it does on you, right? And I think that's transferable to jewelry too. So good to have an idea, but you have to talk to the stylist or the designer about what fits for you, because if the stone that you have doesn't necessarily fit into this setting, right? So it's all about communicating with the designer of what's actually possible, right?
No idea. The ghost. The ghost of Glamour Bar struck.
I have a question.
The ghost took it from
The
you.
ghost took it.
Diamonds. Do diamonds all come in like the clear or the diamond? Like, is it if it's a colored diamond, does that mean it's dyed?
You can have altered diamonds, but there are natural colored
Are
diamonds
there?
in all different colors.
Is
And,
there? Okay.
Pink, I want to say, don't quote me on this, but pink and blue are one of the rarest colors of diamonds. Yeah, it's a really interesting market. Like I have a yellow diamond.
I was just going to ask, is yellow diamond a
Canary.
natural or is it like a...
Oh,
Is it
you
natural?
you can definitely have altered stones. So
Okay.
but when you're purchasing, it's required to disclose that to the consumer, and
So
you'll-
it's kind of like flowers that you buy at the store. They're
And like a
sprayed.
dyed diamond is going to be less expensive than a real natural.
I would say generally yes, but there are so many factors that go into the stone that you really have to talk to either the retailer to see kind of what's going on with
That's
this
what I love.
stone. Do you
I
guys
love to
like
know
colored
that.
stones?
I do.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I do. And I haven't, like, sapphires come how they naturally are. And
The same
make-
thing. So they can be natural and also be altered. So
Okay.
I'd say with all gemstones, you can have both variations.
And
Do
it
you-
should be disclosed to you that it is like
Correct.
an altered stone.
And do you only work with, like, a
Right
natural
now,
color-
yeah,
or-
right now I do just work with natural stones.
Is that natural? I don't know. I'm like, is it clear?
Regular
is it natural?
diamond.
Just regular
Just
diamond?
regular.
Yeah, but I don't have. I mean, I'm not against it by any means.
But
and
that's just currently what you work with.
exactly. Well, so all of these diamonds are white diamonds. I've done black diamonds before, but if say you wanted rubies or something of that nature, I would work with those stones as well. But if a client wants, I don't know, an emerald or something for their engagement ring, then we work with them to find what they really want. So it's really a consultation kind of process of, I assume it's similar to when your clients come here, you have to really run down what they're looking for, what research they've done before, and kind of identify those areas and then move forward once you've figured out what the end goal is, right?
Yeah. And just to kind of help Danielle, are most of those consultations like free, complimentary,
They
or
are.
are they like, should you pay to have a consultation with somebody?
Okay,
or
so I don't know if Danielle's in Denver or not, but so I meet with clients
Yeah.
for free, and we talk through everything. I'm happy to show different pieces, come into
Asking
Metal
for a
Mark.
friend.
But I think it would vary from designer to designer, so they'll tell you the website. So if you're in, I don't know, Omaha or something, then maybe they'll have that noted on their website.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just treat your mom to something special. I
Yes.
think this Mother's Day is
It's
a
the
good.
thought that counts, for sure.
Yes.
Yes, such a fun time.
Or not the thought. It's the present.
Get
Give your mom a present.
Get her something nice that
some
you'll get
jewelry.
later.
That you'll get yeah. That's the way to think about it.
Savage. I'm a savage. Sorry, Mom, if you're not watching tonight.
Sorry.
She doesn't like.
Well, you're not getting it, obviously. She's gonna give it to Elise.
Yeah, I'm obviously ex-made out of any gift I give now.
Sorry, Lindsay.
That was too savage. Sorry, Mom.
There's always 2019.
Exactly. Next year. Next year's my year. Well, thank you so much for coming on and
Thank you
sharing
for
all of
having
your
me.
knowledge. And
Thank you.
so, is all of your social media all Kelly Stonger?
It is. So, it does. It's a little confusing. So all of my personal pieces are on kellystonger.com, and then I also work with Metal Mark and help have photos with them and things like that. But it's always hopefully disclosed in the description and things like that. So I'm most active on Instagram, but also on Facebook as well.
Perfect. And Metal Mark is who has 20% off
Exactly.
until Mother's Day.
Yes,
So
yes. So these pieces
They're
all
June, right?
are all through Metal Marks. So you can go and see them and try them on, see what looks good with your outfit. And it's 20% off through the month of May.
Through the month of May.
Oh,
Yes.
perfect.
Lots of time.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
coming
guys.
on.
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, cheers.
So we can't wait to see you guys next Tuesday. Be sure to join in for the next Beauty and Bubbles. We're going to interview our next member of the Glam Squad, Carmen, because she is our mama around here.
Oh,
She's
yes.
our
Like a real child mom.
like the real child mom. So we have her on next week. We're really looking forward to kind of learning a little bit more about her. So
That's
Thank
great.
you
Thank
again.
you guys.
We will see you next Tuesday.
we'll see you next Tuesday.